I mean, it's a huge amount that we are offering now to member states or for joint procurement, 800 billion. So that's enormous. And therefore, I think we will focus now on delivering the legal proposals, which is under time pressure. We are under time pressure to do that. We want to do this before the next European Council. And this is where the focus is on. Of course, if there are interesting ideas, I'm absolutely willing to look into this. But the tasking of the European Council was very clear, that we deliver on the national escape clause and that we deliver on the proposal with the new instrument with 150 billion euros in loans for joint procurement. We are looking into the topic of cohesion funds, as you know, and to deliver on the private sector, the Savings and Investment Union, and a different lending pattern of the EIB. Cut, the other part of your question. The United States, they have been for more than 80 years our closest ally. And in the face of adversity, the US and Europe have always been stronger together. And yes, there are differences, but we might have different views on some topics, but if you look at the common interests that we have, they always outweigh our differences. So I think it's important that we work together. We will have our differences. We have to sort them out, but we will have to find common avenues.
Oui, Virginie, vas-y.
Oui, ma question sur les États-Unis, ce n'était pas une question de savoir si on avait intérêt à être alliés, parce que ça, vous l'avez déjà dit. C'était vraiment, depuis le 20 janvier, qu'est-ce qui vous fait croire dans le comportement de l'administration Trump que ce sont encore vos alliés, nos alliés? Voilà. Est-ce qu'il y a des éléments, des choses qui ont été faites, des choses qui ont été dites, qui vous font encore croire possible que les États-Unis soient les alliés de l'Union européenne, des Européens?
Okay, got your question. Of course, the United States are allies. This does not mean that the pattern that we had the last, well, at least 25 to 30 years, if not longer, that the pattern is still the right one, that the bulk of the defense responsibility lies with the United States and not with all the other allies. We have to do our homework. We have to fulfill our responsibilities. We have to take them on our shoulders. And therefore, the first step with the rearm package is so important, to make very sure that we need really to step up our own defense. Being allies does not mean that there is an imbalance in the responsibility or the burden that has been shared. I was present in 2014 as Defence Minister in Wales when the 2% were agreed. Well, we know today where the figures are, and we know that we will need more than 2%. The Secretary General of NATO speaks of north of 3%. And this is a call that goes to all of us in the alliance, or all those in the alliance. So the European Union really has to step up. The member states in the European Union have to step up. Some have already, have done their homework without any question, but others have not. And then when we're doing this, we should do it in a smart way. Therefore, this double approach, on one hand, as every member state is different, they need the national fiscal space to do what is necessary in their national posture. But on the other hand, we are fully aware that we have domains, and we have identified these 6 to 7 domains, where we need joint procurement, joint action, so that the member states can chip in contracts, multi-annual contracts, for huge topics like an advanced air defense shield, or the missiles, the drones, the ammunition. We all know these topics, where we have to step up together. And therefore, this road is paved. There's a third element, that in parallel, we have to make sure that Ukraine is in a position that it can keep on fighting till we have reached a just and lasting peace. And with the new instrument, the member states can chip in initiatives, for example, like the Danish initiative or the Czech initiative, but they can also procure military capability that then are given to Ukraine, for example. So my plaidoyer is, we are allies, but this means that all allies have to take their responsibilities.